Video game console manufacturers are actually losing money on this. For the first time in tech history, video games are getting more expensive as they get older. Every Xbox, PlayStation, and console that leaves the factory and lands in your living room costs more to manufacture than the price you actually pay for it. And yet, this very same product, which operates at a loss, is getting more expensive with each passing year. Historically, an electronic device released years ago should cost half the price today. But in our current reality, if you waited to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation thinking you'd save money, you actually lost money. According to an insider who has already nailed technical hardware details long before any official announcement, there is an undisclosed detail proving that the traditional video game console, the one you buy at a reasonable price every 7 years, has just died. I'm going to show you this horrifying, real cost in just a bit. But first, you need to understand the absolute absurdity of how we got here. Let's start with what is already official. Starting August 1st, 2026, Xbox is getting more expensive. $100 more for the 512GB models, $150 more for the 1TB models, and the 2TB model was swept under the rug just so they wouldn't scare you with the price tag. Do you remember the last time a console actually got cheaper? Me neither. And maybe you haven't even stopped to think about it before, because we've gotten used to this script. Launch, a few years of stability, and then a one-time price adjustment that eventually becomes a habit. Microsoft itself acknowledged that this is already the second increase in less than a year. Last October, the price had already gone up by $20 to $70 in the United States. The explanation this time revolves around a detail that goes unnoticed by most players. The cost of the memory and storage used inside these consoles has more than doubled in recent months, and it is expected to double again by the fall of 2027. And it's not just Microsoft. Sony increased the price of the PlayStation 5 in March, citing global economic pressures. Nintendo confirmed it will adjust the price of the Switch 2 just over a year after its launch. And Valve, which tried to launch the Steam machine at a competitive price, ended up being forced to bring it to market at $1,049. 4 different manufacturers, 4 similar announcements in the exact same period. That tells you something, doesn't it? When one company raises prices, we blame greed. But when the entire industry does it at the same time, we call it a scam. Oops, we can't accuse anyone, right? What proof do we have of any kind of oligopoly, cartel, or anything like that? For now, everyone is blaming the race for memory and storage chips driven by the explosion of artificial intelligence that billions of people use every day. The very same components going inside your next console are being fought over by global secret surveillance data centers. Huh, that's not what it's about? They don't use our data to spy on us? Fine. Let's just accept that they are simply AI data centers catering to the demands of billions of users. Or not, and whoever has a multi-billion-dollar budget usually wins that fight long before the gaming industry does. And don't even try to lie, claiming you don't like AI and don't use it as a way to protest rising RAM prices. Come to think of it, that would actually be interesting to read in the comments. Drop a comment below letting me know if you use AI for everything, or if you're actively fighting to run away from it. And speaking of AI and everything, even in your notepad, Microsoft, to soften the blow, is offering installment plans, interest-free financing, and trade-in programs. You hand over your used console and get credit toward a new one. It reminds me of those 90s commercials.
Ginsu World Class. It's quite simply the finest knife in the world. Yes, even finer than our own classic Ginsu. The high-carbon stainless steel blade has incredible strength. Even with abuse like this, it still never needs sharpening. Order now and get these famous Ginsu steak knives, plus these accessory knives, free. Ginsu World Class, a legendary cut above the rest. Order yours now.
Ah, those were the days. But look closely at what this actually means. The company is building a safety net because they know the full retail price is going to scare away a lot of people. And this is where the number I promised comes in. According to data shared by the insider and informant Kepler L2, manufacturing a single PlayStation 6 already costs $960 in materials alone. In just a few months, that's $200 more just for raw materials. And that's not even counting labor, logistics, and distribution. And the projection is worse than it looks. If the launch happens in 2027 as speculated, the manufacturing cost could reach $1,500. Think about that for a second. A console that hasn't even been officially announced yet could already cost more to build than what most people spend on an entire laptop, unless, of course, we're talking about a MacBook. Historically, manufacturers sell consoles at a loss to try and recover the money later through game sales and subscriptions. But when the required loss per machine jumps from a few dozen dollars to several hundred, who pays the bill? You do. Even Xbox leadership has admitted this publicly. An internal memo revealed that Microsoft's gaming division operates on a mere 3% profit margin down from the previous year, even after investing over $20 billion in content, platform development, and hardware subsidies over the last 5 years. Revenue over that exact same period fell. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, even commented that there is more monetization of Xbox games happening on YouTube than on the Xbox platform itself. In other words, people would rather watch the game for free than pay the abusive price to play it. Unless, of course, you have the courage to visit FitGirl and listen to Voices 38. Thank you, Voices 38, for optimizing Forza Horizon 6 for some of us. We're counting on you for the next releases. Thinking about it, maybe that's why Sony ran in a different direction: software. While Xbox's path has basically been to hike prices and hold on for dear life, Sony tried to solve part of this problem another way, with software. The PSSR image reconstruction technology on the PS5 Pro, recently updated to version 2.0, uses artificial intelligence to deliver high definition and high frame rates at the same time. Heavy games like the new Resident Evil, Ghost of Yotei, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth are already using this digital makeup. It's not a solution for component costs, but it is a hint of where the entire industry will likely need to look, extracting more value from existing hardware, rather than simply pushing the price of new hardware up year after year. There's a statement that stood out in a recent release from Xbox leadership: "Now, we need to turn this into a sustainable business." The next generation is going to require radically different business models, because it's getting harder and harder to imagine the public paying thousands of dollars for a new console. The way consoles are sold, as we've known it for the past 3 decades, is numbered. It seems the $1,000 Steam machine isn't all that far from the pricing reality of the next gen. What do you think? I'm sure this reflection earned a like and your subscription to the channel. While you do that, I'm going to go ask my new neighbor, Stan Lee, what his next cameo in Marvel Productions will be.